Hi everyone, it's Giorgia here and welcome or welcome back to Be Colorful. In the last video I created my box with the Tonic Craft Kit 53, but today we start using this kit to create cards. As I have shown you many times, one way to make the most of the dies is to create stencils. So let's get started right away. First creating our stencil and then using it with the fantastic techniques this tool offers us. To create a stencil without dies, we can use cardstock, creating a non-washable stencil, therefore usable a few times. For more resistant stencils, however, we can use acetate sheets or this special sheet called Miller, suitable for this purpose. I want to create a background stencil using one of the rectangle intricate dies from the kit. Then I cut out the mirror to form a 5¼ by 4 inches rectangle. I take all the measures well to make equidistant die cut. To be as precise as possible, I mark the center of the rectangle and also of the die. So I'm going to align the die with the center of the panel and die cut. I reposition the die where I just cut it out and with the help of a ruler I slide it upwards. I try to leave the same space both above and below the die. I do the same thing for the third die cut. I reposition the die and slide it to the opposite side, always trying to leave the same space both to the right and to the left of the die. Okay, my stencil is ready to use. With stencils we can use texture pastes. For this card I want to achieve a delicate white on white effect. You will see how beautiful and elegant it will be. After positioning the stencil, I proceed to spread some opaque white texture paste with a spatula. After cover it up the whole surface, I remove the stencil. I leave it to dry and I'm going to clean my stencil. Once dry, I decorate this background panel with the golden sparkle spray included in the kit. I'm just spraying a few drops of product diluted with water. With the leftovers, which I'm going to dilute even more with water, I'm going to create another panel with the smooshing technique. I spray a few drops and let it dry. I will create a card with this beautiful panel later on. Now, however, let's use the panel created with the texture paste. I cut it out, leaving just a small white border, and I move on to the sentiment. I gonna die cut on the sage green paper of the kit, using Thank You and the coordinated oval die. I also die cut the oval on some vellum, obtaining a delicate background for my sentiment. Then again with the sage green paper from the kit, I'm going to create very thin finishing edges for the main panel. I remove the central part, so I save some paper since there is only one sheet in the kit and I like this color too much. On the back of the panel, I glue 3 layers of cardstock to give a nice thickness. You can use foam tape if you prefer. Now I can glue everything onto the card base. That is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 standard card. I finish the card with a few drops of the halo green stone drops from the kit. I really love this delicate card and I love the colors of this kit. What do you think? For this card, I'm gonna use the stencil with the gold sparkle spray from the kit. After positioned and fixed the stencil with masking tape on a white panel, I'm going to spray the product strictly inside a box to avoid spraying it everywhere. I sprayed from afar. This way I avoid applying too much color that would go under the stencil itself, making the design less defined. I clean everything and I dry well the panel. Now I cut it out, creating 3 rectangles. Then, with the rectangle die from the kit, I'm going to create 3 more panels on white cardstock, which will be the finishing edges for the 3 rectangles with the stencil. I prepare the card base on white cardstock in standard size, that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. Next, I'm going to glue on top of my card base the decorative panels, using some foam pad to give a nice dimension. As you can see, I left more space between the last panel and the central panel. Here I'm gonna insert my sentiment, which I'm going to create using one of the tags from the kit, together with the one of the dies that embossed the sentiment. I'm going to die cut on the champagne mirror card from the kit. Finally, I insert an ivory ribbon into the tongue. No, I don't like it. No. I just cut out the sentiment. Okay, I prefer. It's better, in my opinion. I glue the sentiment on the card base with some foam pads. And as a finishing touches, I glue a line of square gems included in the kit. For the last card for today, I'm gonna use the background created with the sparkle spray and the smooshing technique. This time I'm gonna make a landscape card, again in standard size, that's 4¼ by 5½ inches. Then I cut out the background panel only on the top and bottom side, thus leaving it 5½ inches long. Okay, next I want to create some decorations using the oval die from the kit. I'm going to die cut the ovals on the champagne mirror card and on the green satin mirror card of the kit. Then I divide both ovals in half, which I'm gonna arrange in this way. Of course, you can create the combination you like best. In this way, for example, or like this. In the center of my oval composition, I'm gonna glue a whole oval with my sentiment. I'm going to cut out 2 strips of green satin paper to create finishing edges for the background panel. Now that all the elements are ready, I start assembling the card. I finish my card with a few drops of the halo green stone drops from the kit. And that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed these ideas. If so, don't forget to let me know by leaving a thumbs up and a comment below. I thank you for joining with me, and I look forward to the next video where we'll make 2 cards using a technique already seen to create the box of the first video. Heat embossing on acetate using the beautiful stamps of the kit. So, see you next time, bye bye, and be colorful!